Just as we saw in our previous chapter, variables or letters often work into our problems, and we just need to simplify our work with the variables as much as possible. We can do the same thing with fractions using that same skill we saw before, where we can subtract exponents. Let's look at what that means exactly. Let's say I've got a to the 5th power over a to the 2nd power. Now, a to the 5th power means that a has been multiplied 5 times in the numerator. And a to the 2nd power means a has been multiplied 2 times in the denominator. We know we can reduce out those common factors, and all that's going to be left is 3a's, or a cubed. Notice we could have gotten that a cubed simply by subtracting the 5 minus 2, and we would have gotten a cubed. Now, we want to be careful. What happens if the bigger number is in the denominator? Let's say we've got b to the 4th over b to the 6th. Now, 6 minus 4 is 2, but let's look at what that means. So b to the 4th means we've got 4 b's, and b to the 6th means we've got 6 b's. And then if I go through and reduce out the common factors all the way across, we see there's 2 b's left. But notice where those 2 b's are. Those 2 b's, or b squared, is in the denominator. When everything divided out of the numerator, when we're dividing everything out, b divided by b, anything divided by itself is 1. So we still have a 1 in the numerator. If everything divides out of the numerator, we still have a 1 in the numerator to hold that place value. What you also see then is that when we do the 6 minus 4 to get 2, because there were more b's in the denominator, we're going to have our leftover b's also in the denominator. Let's look at what this looks like with an example. Let's simplify 25x squared y cubed z squared over 15x y z to the 4th. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the numbers, 25 over 15. I can see those are both divisible by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. With the x's, we're going to subtract the exponents. Now, if there's no exponent written, we'll assume there's a 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So we're going to be left with 1x in the numerator, because that's where most of them were. With the y's, most of the y's are in the numerator. So when we do 3 minus 1, the y divides out. 3 minus 1 is 2. We're left with y squared. With the z's, 4 minus 2 is 2, but notice the extra z's are in the denominator. So put that all together. What's left is a 5, x to the 1st, y squared on top. In the denominator, what's left is a 3 and a z squared. And that then is considered our reduced fraction, because we subtracted the exponents on the variables. It's your turn to practice some of these, and be sure to ask your instructor if you have any questions.